Hello, I'm Jennifer Forkish, Public Information Director for the Los Angeles Police Department. This critical incident community briefing is intended to provide you with information about an officer-involved shooting that occurred in Southeast Division in the city of Los Angeles. You're about to see relevant video footage and learn about other evidence and police procedures related to the case, so you can have a better understanding of what occurred based on what we know right now. The LAPD conducts very thorough use of force investigations, which typically require investigators to interview multiple witnesses, view numerous hours of video footage, and analyze a significant amount of forensic evidence. We are still at the very early stages of this investigation, which can often take up to a year to complete, and our understanding of the incident may change as this additional evidence is collected, analyzed, and reviewed. We also do not draw any conclusions about whether the officers acted consistent with our policies and the law until all the facts are known and the investigation is complete. A word of caution: the images and information you are about to see may be disturbing. When a police officer uses force to arrest a suspect or defend against an attack, it can be graphic and difficult to watch. In addition, there may be strong language used by those shown in the video. Viewer discretion is advised, especially for young children and sensitive viewers.
Hello, I am Captain Alex Chogyoji, Commanding Officer of Media Relations Division of the Los Angeles Police Department. I'm going to provide you a brief overview of an officer-involved shooting that occurred on March 14th, 2025 at around 10:20 p.m. Southeast Patrol Division officers were in the area of Imperial Highway and Spring Street when they saw a red Toyota Matrix driving erratically. The officers conducted a U-turn and prepared to conduct a traffic stop. As they pulled behind the Toyota Matrix, the driver briefly stopped mid-block, and then, as the officers exited their vehicle, he continued driving east. The officers re-entered their police vehicle and pulled behind the Toyota Matrix, which had stopped near the southwest corner of Imperial Highway and Spring Street. Here is the corresponding radio broadcast.
18X27, let's go 6, Imperial, east of Broadway. 18X27, better locations will be Spring and Imperial.
The driver of the Toyota was later identified as Mario Sanchez. The officers began to give verbal commands to Sanchez to lower his windows and place his hands outside his vehicle. However, Sanchez did not comply with the officers' commands and instead began to yell profanities at them.
X33 code 6 with X27.
Moments later, as an additional patrol unit arrived, Sanchez exited the Toyota. He faced the officers and advanced toward them while producing a dark object from his waistband and quickly pointed the object at them, resulting in an officer-involved shooting. A portion of this incident was captured on the responding officer's body-worn video. Body-worn video cameras are used by most officers assigned to field duties. They are worn at chest level and capture a general perspective within the line of sight from that angle. The angle of the camera prohibits viewers from seeing everything the officers saw and experienced. Upon activation, both audio and video will turn on. However, body-worn video cameras have a buffer of video without audio from the previous 2 minutes prior to activation. This feature is designed to capture incidents that occur suddenly, where an officer doesn't immediately activate the camera.
Hey! Turn off your car!
Watch go fall. Suspect touchdown.
Can you turn it off? Can't tell. The lights are still back in front. Alright, give me 1 second. Yeah. Tell him to roll down the windows too.
Driver in the red Toyota, turn off your vehicle, put all your windows down.
May you try Spanish?
Conductor del vehículo rojo, baja todas tus ventanas.
He was swerving in and out of lanes. He almost teased into a
Baja
car.
todas tus
And then
ventanas.
we tried to pull him over, but he stopped over here.
Pon las manos para afuera. Put both of your hands out.
Careful. Hey, dude. Hey! Hey!
Officer, help! Pon las manos para afuera. Put both of your hands out. Careful. Hey, dude. Hey! 27 shots fired. Officer needs help. Officer needs help. Baja todas tus ventanas.
What'd you guys get? Just
He was swerving in and out of lanes. He almost teased into a
Baja
car.
todas tus
And then
ventanas.
we tried to pull him over, but he stopped over here.
Pon las manos para afuera. Put both of your hands out.
Here is additional security footage from a nearby security camera. Sanchez was struck by gunfire and fell to the ground. He was subsequently taken into custody without further incident. Here is additional body-worn video from one of the officers involved in the incident.
Guys, slow down. Hey, slow it down, guys. Slow it down. Nice and slow. All right.
Units responding to Freedom on Broadway.
Roll them over. Good pat down. Okay, let's take turns. Take turns.
I got a pulse. We're good, yeah.
Verify you want FC to respond to
Just keep him in a recovery position. He's choking on me.
Yes, he's on Broadway.
Just keep him there. Just keep him there.
Just right there.
Hey,
let's start doing chest compressions, guys. Come on, we're gonna take turns.
He got a pulse.
Let's start doing chest compressions.
Start
doing chest compressions right now. Just keep them going.
The officers rendered medical aid to Sanchez by performing cardiopulmonary resuscitation, or CPR, until paramedics arrived. Los Angeles Fire Department paramedics responded and transported Sanchez to a local hospital to be treated for the gunshot wounds he sustained as a result of the officer-involved shootings. While there, medical staff pronounced him deceased. Investigators learned that the dark object Sanchez produced from his waistband and pointed at the officers at the time of the officer-involved shooting was in fact a black cell phone. Investigators recovered the cell phone at scene and booked it as evidence. Mario Sanchez was a 35-year-old resident of Linwood.
In the next several months, the LAPD will continue to investigate and analyze this incident. We will continue interviewing any new witnesses that may come forward and complete any forensic tests. After the investigation is complete, our Critical Incident Review Division will forward their findings to the Chief of Police, who will make his recommendation to the Civilian Board of Police Commissioners. The board will evaluate the evidence to determine whether the officer's tactics, drawing and exhibiting a weapon, and use of deadly force in this instance met the high standards expected of all LAPD officers. If you would like more information on how the LAPD investigates all serious uses of force, visit lapdonline.org, where you can find the LAPD's use of force policy and procedures. Thank you for taking the time to view this critical incident community briefing.